All right, fine. I was just the bodyguard hired by our family. But the stars must have aligned, because sparks began to fly between me and their daughter. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd get so lucky.
We don't need details. Just get to—
Okay. I'm just a little hesitant, even with me to protect her. If word gets out that she's dating a human...
Really? Wait,
Huh? Shram, what?
Why is everyone looking at...
Delicate times. Factions?
Yes? You know, the Civil War? Last time I checked, the Fae and the humans were still at each other's throats.
If I'm not mistaken, the last significant civil war in Snezhnayan history was over 400 years ago, when Her Majesty the Tsaritsa had just taken the throne and was consolidating her reign.
What do you mean, 400 years ago?
What's going on here?
All right, Mr. Mitya, you win this round. As far-fetched as it is, it appears that your theory may be correct.
I'm just as amazed as you are. I didn't—
Is someone going to explain what's going on here?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you, Traveler?
That seems to be the case. Shram's the extra person. The theater's ley lines have been modified to Mr. Shram's state, and according to the investigation... For some unknown reason, the soul that has been wandering the theater... Yeah, that must be the immediate... The contents of the investigation report have been verified. Death is near.
Yeah, the logic is clear now. Mr. Shram must be one such soul who died in the theater a long time ago. So when the note said death is near, it—
Someone who died.
In short, there's a dead person among—
You mean I'm a ghost? No. Don't make jokes like that. But even if I was dead, I know for...
Yeah. Even if all that's true—
The ley lines have a powerful ability to attract and...
Why does the...
What happens when the black hole can't achieve its goal?
That could explain why we weren't able to determine a...
It does seem to explain a—
Except there's no concrete... Still, it seems like the best that...
Alright, so how could Shram—
On the contrary, it's perfectly normal for us—
You know what, Mr. Brady? I'm trying to remember and... I was the one who didn't want to
Well,
My lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. We bought tickets for the theater. It wasn't really my thing, but I was just all of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out, performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. This time, the extremists were even coming after the water imps who had nothing to do with the war. I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. But I was going to do whatever it took to buy her a chance to escape. No matter how many people stood in my way. I had to. Both as her bodyguard. And out of love.
It's all right, friend.
It's just... If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have...
But
No. I refuse to be a burden. I know what I have to do. I guess it's high time I got...
Mr. Schramm, I'm sure we can figure out a different course of action.
My good sir. We both know I'm not supposed to be here.
No, I'm speaking on a personal level this time.
Let it go, man. Oh. Wait. One last...
Ozarova. Oh, Auntie Ozarova.
I'm so glad she survived. As long as she went on to be happy. That's all that matters. Besides, I'm dead. My soul's been wandering around here for so long because I was worried about her. But now, I can go without regret. There's no need to see me off, my friends. I've enjoyed our time together over these past few days. Perhaps.
Take care.
I knew Mr. Schramm was already dead, but...
Death is cruel. No matter how we might.
So, was the conflict between Fae and humans really that bad? Even the historical records about that time? All people know is that the Tsaritsa founded the Fatui, drove out most of the Fae aristocracy without explanation. Then
It seems to me like the Tsaritsa chose to make herself the enemy. That's also why, despite how brutal...
So, the Tsaritsa banished the Fae to protect the Fae living in the city?
Maybe it's not quite as bad.
All this time?
All right. If Mitia's theory is correct...
Ugh, if only this blasted storm...
Looks like now we can just rest until the snowstorm stops. I still can't believe Schramm turned out to be a ghost who'd been in the theater for hundreds of years. To think he was dead this whole time. What a strange turn of events.
Knock knock.
Huh?
Knock knock.
You know the door isn't closed, right? You don't have to knock.
Think of it as a signal then. When I'm entering someone else's room and I knock, I'm here as Odette. If I don't knock, it's Lelik. Thanks.
So, why did you come to find me? Is there something I can help with?
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret identity from the start. But when everyone was discussing who Lelik could be, you were worried that revealing what you knew would be unfair to me. So you kept it to Yes.
It's nothing. I mean...
Actually, there's something else as well. I found myself in a situation, so I thought I'd come and ask you for it. It's about me. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was dead. As I'm sure you know, my goal as Lelik was to stop Project Stuja. Well, when I found out the tech lead for the experiment behind Project Stu, I often saw him around the theater. But I soon so I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace and go directly to his lab. That way, the threat would be much more effective. Well, I suppose, but when I finally made it to his lab, Mitya seemed to be... I checked his breathing and his pulse. I thought maybe another anti...
That's why you were so on guard around Mitya that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murder started, that is, until Mitya himself said there must be a dead person.
And yet, you thought that bringing it up right...
Exactly. I thought that... Besides, we soon figured out that Mr. Schramm was a ghost. And we knew there was only one...
But now, it seems like there's... I understand why you...
So,
Let me confirm one thing first.
around a week ago,
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. He seemed completely...
so he was definitely...
Here's a thought. The reason... But Mitya's death happened in...
You're right.
I think the chances of it being him are very low.
Unless what?
Unless he really did come back.
Huh, what's this? A private meet? Where do I line up?
That's not what's
Well, I was just making the rounds. Thought I'd try to lighten the mood a bit. Vodyanitsa's handing out food if you're hungry.
What is going on with this storm? Could it be connected to that monster that just arrived in Snezhnaya?
I almost hope it is. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa left to vanquish that beast herself. We just need to wait for her triumphant return.
Do you think people still feel the cold after they die? I'm wondering...
Death itself is cold, isn't it? I'm sure the storm will embrace him.
Well, I hope he has a safe journey. Thinking back on it, we barely made it out alive ourselves. Once we get out of here...
Are you okay? Here, take this. I've never used it.
Thanks. Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden. Is it because Tonya stood up for you this morning? At least you know how to return a favor.
Yeah, without Tonya, who knows how badly he would have been hurt.
I told you already, I never intended to resort to violence.
Duh, bunch of rascals. Little girl? I was rather surprised when you spoke up for me this morning. I didn't think I had many admirers here, so, thank you.
Oh, no need to...
I've been, too embarrassed to admit it, but so kind to everyone, especially when she was... All right. Are you taking anything for...
Yeah.
I see.
We should probably discuss arrangements. However, out of an abundance...
Shouldn't we take shift?
No need. I managed to get a nap in earlier.
What a long day. This whole situation turned out to be way more complicated than I expected. But Valeri's right. I should just...
He's awake. He's awake!
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door. The Black Mist is coming. You need to go.
Are you all right? Can you walk? He just seemed to come out of nowhere. Not much of a talker. Curses! The black mist is catching up to us. We need to keep going. Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me. I'm just Mr. Door. I have...
Mr. Door! Looking for trouble! Get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off.
Well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us early.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
Ready to taste my fist?
Oh, remarkable work, Mr. Door. If I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
Impossible! Impossible!
I'm so exhausted. Wait, look! There's more No! The gate... Mr. Door, what are you doing?
Found it. This is my...
What?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No! You saved us! We can't...
You must keep going.
But... Oh, you're right. The black mist isn't moving. Surely I was... Oh, okay, good. Getting sleepy? Well...
What time is it? I guess everyone's still asleep? These past... Larry?
Wake up! Everyone!
Just like the last 2 nights. No clue. I've been a real thorn in your side, haven't I? But for me, life will be all the duller.
How's Tonya? Is she okay?
I just checked on her, and it doesn't seem like anything serious.
That means Valeri was...
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been impossible to...
This is so frustrating.
Actually, one thing has changed. There's only...
No similar case. Can a death at night even... But Mr. Schramm was all... After the deceased Schramm left, it's a reasonable conclusion. The number of people who die each...
Exactly. We identified Mr. Schramm. By that logic,
Another one? But there was...
having an extra person was definitely a cause for alarm. But
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, it's just, at the time, we had no reason to think there was... If only...
I'm sorry. This is my fault.
I'm partly to blame as well. I was too...
What is this about?
Sounds like there's some big news you've been keeping. Wow.
Odette and I talked about it yesterday, but
Yeah, I don't blame you. Let me just try and verify this. But I honestly have no recollection of dying.
Having seen...
Well, if it isn't Mitya,
If you don't mind me asking, Traveler, I believe you mentioned that you know
no, never. Wait,
Now, just 1 minute. I know where this is going. You're in the hot seat, and all of a sudden,
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chuganov? Whenever you...
you little...
did Mitya ask about Tonya because I suppose I only identified her by age.
I'm just saying. You're going around. I can vouch for her, if nothing else. I've seen her before. She's the...
Oh, really?
Since being here, I don't think I ever mentioned she was child's...
If Chuganov can vouch for her, then it can't be... Miss Odette, could you go over that afternoon with me one more...
No problem.
Huh. No matter... Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together, I told you how some of the researchers were suffering from temporary memory loss.
Oh, yeah. You said it...
Right. And even though I don't remember dying that day, I'm pretty sure some of my memories from that afternoon...
Are you suggesting you're missing the
Of course. How am I only just realizing this?
You mean being silently assassinated?
The researcher's amnesia. I must thank you, Odette. I think your perspective...
Oh, leave! Hey, wait a minute! Aren't you rushing into this?
Oh, come on, kid. Aren't you...
I have other reasons beyond what's been discussed. And I remember during Miss Odette's performance, while I was sitting in the audience stalls, a brilliant new idea for my research popped into my mind. But then, my train of thought suddenly cut off. I can't remember it now at all, and I didn't take any notes. I guess that must be another instance of temporary amnesia.
No. Hold on. I see where you're going with this. There's a glaringly obvious flaw in that idea, no?
I believe Miss Odette's account. During the period where my memory is blank, I must have been either dead or in a similar state. All it would take is for the same thing to happen in the theater, and I would come under the...
But...
There's no evidence to suggest that. Please relax. If, on the other hand, I'm still alive right now.
Mitya's right.
What is a scientist if not someone who with this snowstorm, the ley line phenomenon, ghosts of the dead, and my amnesia, we've been paralyzed. But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth of all this.
Poor Mr. Mitya. I didn't even get to see him one last time.
Maybe it's a good thing that you weren't there to see it. It was a hard thing to watch.
I hate goodbyes. Why does it feel like everyone around me is slowly disappearing? Not just in here, I mean. In the outside world, too.
Maybe it's the realization that, come to think of it, the main reason we're still alive right now is pure luck. Each morning here, for every one of us, there's the chance that we might not wake up. You could take it a step further and say that the same is true outside, too. Who can ever be 100% sure when they drift off to sleep that they'll open their eyes again in the morning? If I make it out of here, I'm going to cherish every moment that I'm awake and live without any regrets.
Without regrets. I feel like a strange sense of anxiety has been quietly growing in.
Are you okay? You look...
If something's bugging you,
I have a travel companion named Paimon.
You're worried about her, aren't you?
To be honest, I used to feel like I was just a spectator in this world, watching everything that happens from the sidelines.
A descender?
But with Paimon by my side over time, she loves eating, sleeping, over the last few days that we've been apart. But by the time I snap out of it, the conversation has already moved on, and I'm still in my own little world. I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment, but
I bet she...
I don't know if this will make you feel any better, but back when the water imps left, I could be surrounded by people all smiling, and later on I started to think, all we can do is cherish their so, once we get up...
Thank you. That's a...
But Vorianitsa, if you hate goodbyes...
That's just the choice I made. I used to regret it, but I don't. Like I said before, singing is a water imp's primary. Our songs have echoed through this theater for hundreds of years, but does a story exist? So I made the choice to stay.
Could you teach... I've never heard that one before.
Color me impressed, Tonya. Most people can only tell if a song is happy. I've actually never performed this song in the theater before. It means something like, may those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home in the night.
No wonder I could hear that sense of longing. You sing it for love.
It's getting late, Tonya, and you're not well. We should all...
Okay, but...
Of course.
Once I get out of here, I definitely... But I guess that means I'll never get to hear Vote before I fall asleep. I should cherish the... Where am I? It's so dark in here. What was that noise?
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection.
I'm alive? What just happened?
No time for questions. Quick, over here. Turn on the switch. All right, we're safe. This, sort of. I know it's hard, but yep. Luckily, I was here to
A bit more than a bummer, I'd say.
Sure I do. I'm your guardian spirit, after all. I specialize in soul recall.
Thanks. It's...
All right, there's no time to waste. The black mist is already catching up. We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet, sweet light! It's back! Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. Look out! The next switch is over there. Night Prayer is here too. This can't be the only path. Let's head up there and take a look. The switch is just up ahead. Hurry! It's too dark. We're not gonna make... Traveler! I won't let you die like this.
Even though it's not permanent, dying is definitely not a...
Great.
Yeah,
Time for you to get out of here.
What about you?
I can't. I've already... The Guardian Spirit skills are fine. I might not look any different. I can go no further.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because it wouldn't have changed any...
But...
Go. Now. What do you need, sir?
Well, I guess there's no need to...
This wasn't supposed to happen. You lied.
Take a long, hard look at yourself before you go around I suspected you on day one, Lelic, and now look where... And you, little hunter.
Now you're just lashing out indiscriminately. Where was all this passion and bravado before?
Is that a threat?
After all the trauma of the past few days, Valeria and Mitya aren't here anymore. But first, I need to think this through. clearly remember Mr. Chuganov from the first. Of those who remain, the only person we've never met before, people are easily misled by first, but Mr. Chuganov vouched for Tonia's identity. Tonia, how's...
Who, sir?
Your brother Ajax must have mentioned me in his letter.
No.
Oh,
Chuganov, looks like it's your turn to do some explaining. Yes,
I knew you were behind this, Chuganov. Everything about you is fake. Down to the wife and... What do you need, sir? How could this happen? What do you need, sir?
Well, I guess there's no need to inspect the body.
This wasn't...
take a long... I suspected... And you, little hunter.
Now you're just lashing out. Where was all this?
Is that a...
after all, the Valerian, but first, I need... Of those who remain, the only person people are easily, but Mr. Chuganov. Tonia,
Who's...
your brother Chuganov.
I knew you were everything about that night, but thinking back...
Even that was a lie?
Curses!
The reason it's not a very... After a while, so one day, he agreed. We got to the theater.
Oh, Tonia.
When I woke up, I couldn't find my... But there's no way he'd leave me behind. So I decided to stay here and wait for him. At the time, I figured he'd probably gone to brew some more medicine for me. Tonia. Yeah, I know. I understand now. After all of that, I'm sorry
Your name probably is...
Well, when I was little, when we escaped from the hospital, so when you first approached me and said my brother had sent, I thought he must have chosen a fake name that only the two of us would know. At least your memory of death isn't painful. Now it's your...
And the truth of the matter, my daughter's name was Iskra. She also died from the snow cough. After Iskra passed, my wife couldn't bear it. One day when I came home from work and saw the empty room, I felt like I couldn't breathe. Subconsciously, I started to imagine that they were still there. I soon discovered that this was the only thing that made me feel any better. Illusion.
Nothing more than a pathetic means of escapism. So explain your
The night before last, when I was chatting with Tonia, she mentioned that her brother would brew medicine combined with her various symptoms. The snow cough used to be an incurable illness. But the year after my daughter passed away, the jester of the Fatui announced that a cure for It turned out that all previous treatments were... That was the final straw for me. I just couldn't take it anymore. So, more than anyone, I know poor Miss Tonia, therefore, had to have been from an era when snow cough was...
So, You projected your daughter onto her? Even though you knew
That doesn't make any sense. You knew she was already dead.
I just don't believe. How can you just declare a living person dead and throw them out into. Nitia's gone. My good buddy Shram's gone. The others, I can make my peace with. I just want her to live. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you cast her out into the snowstorm before I. Not again! No!
Mr. Chuganov, stop.
Tone.
By the sounds of it, you've known I was dead since the night before last. I really liked Mr. Valer. I'm not happy about that.
No! Listen to me.
Well, at this point, despite all the bad things that since the day I escaped that hospital until now, this has been. I'm very fond of you. And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. It's them that you owe an apology to. Well then,
You're leaving already? It's still.
No. My name is Patashka. Feels strange that we're only being
Tashka.
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you crazy?
Let me leave.
in your dreams. Don't think you're getting off that. The Fatui have honed quite an array of enhanced interrogation. I think we should leave. I doubt this.
Wait. We finally solved the mystery of the haunted
Fair enough. I don't particularly feel like.
And yet you won't let me die first.
Hey, Chuganov, on a.
Is this really the time to be discussing my... All right, fine.
Am I hearing things? There it is again. But I don't understand.
Should we open the door?
Is this it? Is this nightmare finally over? If the last few days are anything to go by, I probably... Whatever lies beyond that door at this moment.
Hey everyone, I'm back.
How are you doing? Feeling.
Much better, thanks. Whew, it is so good to have you. Let me see. Vodyanitsa died last night. And then...
Not Tonya. Patashka.
First, tell us how you made it back.
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was... a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a...
I've actually never performed this song in the... It means something like...
That must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem.
That song is meant to guide.
Huh. No kidding. When I first stepped out of the theater, I remember the outside world being completely different than what... I don't know how else to describe it, except to say, and as for the Requiem, if I was guided here by Vodyanitsa's song, it can only mean... But I didn't experience a clear moment of death while I was out there.
You don't seem any different to me either. And both Shram and Patashka were clearly deceased, and yet their souls didn't look or feel.
This raises a truly terrible... Dreams can't Mitya's soul was, of course. Then maybe we've all been...
Yes, I think that
What did you say?
you heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But dude, it's ironic, really. All that time, we were working so hard to figure out who the deceased... Do you remember that note, "Death is near"? Death was nearer than we wanted to think all along. The note simply meant that all of us were all...
So all our attempts to survive.
Hard to say. At the very least, we helped 2 lost souls find Claire. The presence of those 2 is probably what caused our souls to be drawn in by the ley lines.
If what you're saying is true, no wonder. This afternoon, when I was moving Vodyanitsa's body, I noticed that the other bodies...
That's further proof that those aren't physical bodies at all, but merely our shells here in the afterlife.
Am I really dead? This doesn't feel real to me at all. No, that's impossible. This cannot be how it all ends.
I still find it hard to believe that all of us are dead.
Exactly. It's hard to rest. I racked my brains trying to wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw... I can't remember.
Mitya, your hand.
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. What the... I guess... this was what I saw. What's wrong? Do you...
It's... Renova. The ruler of death.